Good morning, students. Today I am going to take a new topic of motion in two dimensions. That is circular motion. It is very important topic, and good things will be getting in this. Conceptual things you will be getting in this, and many more. तो आज हम स्टार्ट करते हैं सर्कुलर मोशन. It is सर्कुलर मोशन. ये टॉपिक स्टार्ट करने के पहले आपको एक कंसेप्ट बताऊंगा. दैट इज कॉल्ड एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट. एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट क्या होता है? एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट. एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट का एक बार कंसेप्ट आपको समझ में आ गया, then rest of the things become easy for you to understand. Suppose एक ऑब्जेक्ट इस प्लेन में इस तरह से चल रहा है. इट इज नॉट स्ट्रेट, इट इज कर्वी लीनियर पाथ. इट मे बी स्ट्रेट ऑल्सो. हमने कर्वी लीनियर पाथ ले लिया कि इसके अलोंग ये ऑब्जेक्ट मूव कर रहा है. ठीक है, अच्छी बात है. एक ऑब्जर्वर जो है, सपोज वो यहां खड़ा है, राइट? ऑब्जर्वर, राइट? ऑब्जर्वर इज स्टैंडिंग ओवर हियर. अब ये इस मोशन को, ये ऑब्जेक्ट यहां है, यहां से चलता है चलता है चलता है. सपोज टू पोजीशंस हम ले लेते हैं. एक बार यहां था और फिर यहां से यहां पहुंच गया. अब ये ऑब्जर्वर इसको ऑब्जर्व कर रहा है. तो ये तीन चीजें ऑब्जर्व करेगा. नंबर एक, यहां से यहां along this path, this is the path of motion. चलो भाई, ये तो इसके along ये चल रहा है. तो A से B along this path एक ये मोशन ऑब्जर्व करेगा और वो बोलेगा कि इसका लीनियर डिस्प्लेसमेंट यहां से यहां तक हो गया. ठीक है, तो पहला क्या ऑब्जर्व करेगा? A to B along this path. इसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? डिस्टेंस. डिस्टेंस मूव बाय द ऑब्जेक्ट. सपोज ये ऑब्जेक्ट A to B जाता है, सो AB along this path is called the distance. आपको से लीनियर डिस्टेंस, राइट? और डायरेक्ट A to B स्ट्रेट लाइन अपन ज्वाइन कर दिया, और A to B दिस इज द vector and it is called displacement. This is displacement of object from A to B. Distance of object from A to B, right? अब तीसरी चीज जो ऑब्जर्व करेगा वो क्या देखेगा? भाई ये यहां से यहां तक जो गया, ये कुछ एंगल बना रहा है. पहले ऐसे देख रहा था, ऐसा करके ऐसा खड़ा था, ऐसा हो गया, ऐसा हो गया. मीन्स यहां से ऐसा देखा, मीन्स दिस इज सम एंगल. इट सबटेंड्स फ्रॉम हियर टू हियर. पहले ऐसे देख रहा था, अब यहां से ऐसे आ गया. सो दिस इज सम एंगल subtended by the observer from here to here. So this is called angular displacement. Displacement of the object. बस समझे? यहां से तीन चीजें देखेगा. यहां से this is the distance along the path, shortest distance, this is the displacement. तीसरी चीज जो है देखेगा, वो क्या बोलेगा कि angularly for this linear displacement, this is the angular displacement. Displacement is this linear displacement, and this is the angular displacement. The displacement of the object, so we can say it is linear displacement, and it is angular displacement. Concept of angular displacement is clear. I think now it is clear. अब इसमें एक चीज और देखना है कि लीनियर डिस्प्लेसमेंट के लिए ये ऑब्जर्वर बोलता है दिस इज थीटा. चलो इसको हम थीटा 1 बोल देते हैं. हमने एक दूसरा ऑब्जर्वर से पूछा, हमने एक दूसरे ऑब्जर्वर से पूछा, ये ऑब्जर्वर यहां पर है, सपोज ये O2 दूसरा ऑब्जर्वर है। अब इससे पूछते हैं हम, सेम चीज पूछते हैं, तो ये देखता है इसको, ऑब्जेक्ट को एट 2 डिफरेंट पोजीशंस, तो बोलता है भाई इसका डिस्टेंस तो वही है, लीनियर डिस्टेंस इज सेम, इवन लीनियर डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज सेम, बट angular displacement has changed. It means what? For the same linear displacement for different observers, angular displacement will be different. बात समझ में आ गई? एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट का आइडिया दिमाग में आ गया क्या है? हाउ इज इट बीइंग अप्लाइड इन सर्कुलर मोशन? आई विल टेल यू. लोग बोलते हैं एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज ए वेक्टर. आपने सुना होगा एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज ए वेक्टर, बट देयर इज सम कंडीशन. इट कैन नॉट बी वेक्टर एवरी टाइम. So that I will tell you how is it a vector, in under what condition it is a vector, and why it is a vector. That too I will tell you mathematically. जो आपको अभी तक कोई नहीं बताया, हम आपको बताएंगे कि angular displacement is vector under what condition, and mathematically I will show कि it is a vector. Otherwise, if it is a scalar, relation cannot hold. Right? So we'll proceed further for circular motion. So एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट का कंसेप्ट क्लियर हो गया, लीनियर डिस्प्लेसमेंट एंड लीनियर स्पीड, तीनों का कंसेप्ट. ये दो चीजें तो हमने पहले भी बात कर चुकी है, मोशन इन 1 डायमेंशन, मोशन इन 2 डायमेंशन. टू रिलेट विद दिस लीनियर डिस्प्लेसमेंट विद एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट, हमने ये सभी चीजें आपको समझाई. नाउ विल प्रोसीड फॉर सर्कुलर मोशन. सो बच्चों, अभी जो हमने आपको बताया, जस्ट इसके पहले एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट का कंसेप्ट दिया आपको, राइट? मुझे लगता है कि एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट कंसेप्ट इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू. अब चलते हैं सर्कुलर मोशन की तरफ. इसमें आपको मैं एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट का कंसेप्ट इसमें एप्लीकेबल कैसे है, एंड फाइनली वी से दैट एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज ए वेक्टर क्वांटिटी, जो आपने सुना होगा, तो किस कंडीशन में वो वेक्टर होता है, वो सभी चीजें हम आपको एक्सप्लेन करने वाले हैं. सो एज्यूम करते हैं कि दिस इज अ circular path and center is O, right? एक पॉइंट मास, जब हम सर्कल की बात करते हैं, ऑब्जेक्ट यहां पर पॉइंट मास है, क्योंकि ये जो सरकमफरेंस बनता है पॉइंट से बनता है. सो एक पॉइंट मास, इट इज मूविंग इन दिस डायरेक्शन along this circumference of the circle. This is center. At any point, एट एनी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, किसी सिचुएशन में वो जो पॉइंट मास है, इट इज एट ए, यहां से चलता है, इट कम्स एट बी. सो जैसा हमने एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट बताया था, ऑब्जर्वर यहां खड़ा है, ऐसे देख रहा है, तो इट हैज ट्रेस सम एंगल, तो ये एंगल जो है दैट इज एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट. इसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट बोलेंगे, राइट? चल, ए से बी तक गया along दिस पाथ, तो ये एस बोल देते हैं इस आर्क को, तो आर्क इज द डिस्टेंस, एंड ए बी डायरेक्टली ज्वाइन कर दिया, तो दैट इज द डिस्प्लेसमेंट. बिकॉज ए इज वन पोजिशन, बी इज अनदर पोजिशन विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू ओ, सो स्ट्रेट लाइन आई हैव ज्वाइंड, सो दिस इज द डिस्प्लेसमेंट, राइट? सो डिस्प्लेसमेंट, एंड इट विल बी अ वेक्टर क्वांटिटी, and that is why delta r. It will be a vector when we will consider this as a vector. Suppose the r1 vector and this is r2 vector. So why it is r1 and r2 when length is same? See, vector has got two things, magnitude as well as direction. Here magnitude of both OA vector and OB vector is same, but direction is different. That is why there are two different vectors. So we can write this is equal to what? If mod r1 is equal to mod r2, that is equal to r. We can write like that. Now see how the angles are measured. Measurement of angle, I will say. Measurement of angle. Angles are measured in two ways that you already know, in degrees degree and radian. Radian is a new concept, right? And this is SI unit of angle. Radian is SI unit of angle, right? So how this angle is being measured? You see, 360 degree is equal to 2 pi in radian. 2 pi in radian, it is equal to 360 degree. If it is 180 degree, naturally it will half of this. It is 90 degree, it is half of further this. And 45 degree, again pi by 4 it is. Suppose we are in 30 degree, then it will be pi by 6. And suppose 15 degree, then pi by 12. So this way, angles are being measured degree to radian, right? Radian is another way to measure the angle, and this measurement, this type of measurement is called SI unit of angle. This is very important. Henceforth, I will be talking in terms of radian only, right? Another relation we will look at. See, at the center, how much angle it is tracing? 360 degree, means it is 2 pi radian, isn't it? Object is coming from here, moving, and it is reaching at A. So how much angle it is traveling? That is 2 pi radian. And how much distance it is covering? That is 2 pi r, that is the circumference. So we can say like this: 2 pi radian angle is being traced, right? Then circumference is 2 pi r, right? When 1 radian is being traced, then 2 pi r1, 2 pi. This much length will be there. Of what? Of circumference. If theta radian is being traced, then it will be 2 pi r upon 2 pi into theta. This much distance will be traced along the circumference. The 2 pi and 2 pi will go. We will get is equal to r theta. And what is this r theta? Distance traveled along circumference from A to B, means that is S is equal to r theta. This relation we got. Or here we get S is equal to r theta or theta is equal to S by r. Very important relation we got. And this motion on the circumference is S. This is the linear displacement. Theta is the angular displacement. Then we will find the relation between this linear displacement, angular displacement, and r. Right? I have written angular acceleration. First we will discuss about angular displacement first. First we will talk about angular displacement. So यहाँ तक हम समझ चुके हैं. Theta is equal to S by r, arc by radius. Now I will talk in terms of vector. So what do we observe from here? This S, length of this S is not equal to the magnitude of displacement vector, isn't it? Length of this is more than the magnitude of delta r. But suppose one position here, and from A to B takes delta t time, and if I have chosen another point B1 over here and then B2 over here, so from O to B1 if we take, so this will be another angular displacement. The angular displacement is slightly reduced, but the direction of delta r has changed. In this direction will be delta r. Gradually, if B2 I have taken, that this will be another point, this is another delta r. So gradually as time decreases, right, delta t decreases, what do we observe? This magnitude of displacement is gradually decreasing, and this linear distance is gradually becoming equal to the magnitude of displacement. If this angular displacement is very small, then this distance will be equal to magnitude of displacement. If it is very small, means I'll say when delta t tends to 0, very small, then theta approaches to 0, right? In this case, magnitude of delta r will be equal to s. And for this can be denoted as simply delta r is equal to s. This condition is very important. This is the situation when delta t is approaching to 0, the angular displacement approaches to 0. In that case, this magnitude will be equal to this. This is the condition. Now we will talk how the angular displacement is a vector. Now I have drawn another figure because it is jumbled over here. So another figure to make you understand about the how angular displacement is a vector. So as I told you, if delta t is very small, approaches to 0, theta approaches to 0, then modulus of delta r is equal to s, right? So here I have taken condition when theta is very small, almost 0, means theta is infinitesimally small. That is important. When angular displacement is infinitesimally small, in that case, because you see, as we are moving, means as the displacement is getting reduced, angular displacement is getting reduced, gradually this angle is increasing. This angle is increasing, isn't it? B is coming behind, and angle with horizontal delta r angle is gradually increasing. So when theta is 0, it is perpendicular to this, means it is tangential. In that case, delta r will be tangential. Clear? When theta is almost 0, this angular displacement will be tangential and magnitude will be equal to s. This concept is clear. Now, means s is equal to theta into r, this relation we are having. So here we can write, we can write delta r is equal to theta into r, where theta is infinitesimally small. Remember this, when theta is infinitesimally small, then the linear displacement will be equal to theta into r, because s will be equal to delta r, that is delta r. This is important. And after this, I will have to say that theta is a vector or a scalar. Now I will explain you how theta, that is angular displacement, is a vector. Now, see, this relation we got when angular displacement is infinitesimally small. This relation, it is by magnitude, where theta is in radians, this is in SI unit, meter, and delta r, it is the magnitude of displacement, this is also in meter, in SI unit. SI unit of angular displacement is radian. Now, suppose we have to write this in vector form. Any relation, if there is possibility, then we should be able to write in vector form also. अगर इसको हमको वेक्टर के फॉर्म में लिखना है, राइट, तो हम थीटा को क्या लिखेंगे, राइट? इसको अगर वेक्टर बोलते हैं, इसको वेक्टर बोलते हैं, तो इसको क्या लिखेंगे, वेक्टर लिखेंगे कि स्केलर लिखेंगे, दैट वी हैव टू फाइंड. अगर इसको हम वेक्टर के फॉर्म में लिखना चाहते हैं तो 3 पॉसिबिलिटीज आर देयर. फर्स्ट कंडीशन, इफ थीटा इज स्केलर. चलो 3 कंडीशंस हम देखते हैं. थीटा स्केलर भी हो सकता है, थीटा वेक्टर भी हो सकता है, तो वी हैव टू फाइंड वेदर इट इज स्केलर और वेक्टर. इफ थीटा इज स्केलर, सपोज हम डेल्टा आर हम वेक्टर के फॉर्म में लिखते हैं, थीटा आर भी वेक्टर के, बिकॉज इफ लुक एट द पोजीशन, दिस इज आर वेक्टर, जैसा हमने यहां बताया आर वेक्टर इज दिस, और ये हो गया आर वेक्टर, राइट। डेल्टा आर वेक्टर इज जस्ट परपेंडिकुलर टू दिस। अगर थीटा स्केलर है तो ये पॉसिबल है कि नहीं, ये रिलेशन मुझे देखना है। सो इफ थीटा इज स्केलर, then delta r vector is equal to theta into vector r. So direction of theta into r will be same as that of r. r के जैसा ही होगा, स्केलर मल्टीपल है। So इसका डायरेक्शन जो है थीटा इंटू आर वेक्टर का डायरेक्शन विल बी सेम एज आर, मतलब कि थीटा इंटू आर का डायरेक्शन ये हो गया और डेल्टा आर का डायरेक्शन ये है। अगर डायरेक्शन परपेंडिकुलर टू ईच अदर है, सो दिस इज नॉट पॉसिबल, राइट, इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल सिंस आर एंड डेल्टा आर आर परपेंडिकुलर टू ईच अदर। मतलब ये पॉसिबिलिटी तो नहीं है। अब इससे तो क्लियर हो गया कि थीटा कैन नॉट बी स्केलर, थीटा हैज टू बी वेक्टर। वेक्टर है तो इसका डायरेक्शन भी आ गया। अब डायरेक्शन आ गया तो डायरेक्शन कौन सा होगा जानना बहुत जरूरी है थीटा का, बिकॉज आर और डी आर का डायरेक्शन अपने को पता है, आर एंड डेल्टा आर का डायरेक्शन पता है, तो थीटा का डायरेक्शन क्या होगा, क्योंकि ये स्केलर तो है नहीं। इफ इट इज अ वेक्टर, तो इसमें भी अपने दो केसेस मिलेंगे। इफ इट इज ए वेक्टर, देन इसका नॉर्मल मल्टीप्लीकेशन तो होगा नहीं, वेक्टर्स का नॉर्मल मल्टीप्लीकेशन तो होता नहीं। इसका मल्टीप्लीकेशन कैसे होता है, या तो डॉट प्रोडक्ट होता है या तो क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट होता है। अच्छी बात है। चलो, इफ इट इज ए वेक्टर देन डॉट प्रोडक्ट की बात करेंगे कि डॉट प्रोडक्ट पॉसिबल है क्या। सो डेल्टा आर वेक्टर इज इक्वल टू थीटा, एक वेक्टर हो गया है। इफ इट इज ए वेक्टर मीन्स इट इज वेक्टर है, थीटा डॉट आर वेक्टर, सपोज ऐसा हम लिखते हैं। अब ये पॉसिबल है क्या, वो देखना पड़ेगा। यू सी, डॉट प्रोडक्ट कभी भी स्केलर क्वांटिटी होती है, दैट इज व्हाई दिस इज ऑल्सो नॉट पॉसिबल, राइट। सिंस थीटा डॉट आर इज अ स्केलर क्वांटिटी, ये भी पॉसिबल नहीं है। तो तीसरी बात हम देखते हैं, पहला स्केलर नहीं हो सकता, ये देख लिया। दूसरा वेक्टर तो है लेकिन ये डॉट प्रोडक्ट नहीं हो सकता, वो भी क्लियर हो गया। तीसरा हम देखेंगे सी, हम बोलेंगे क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट। क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट की बात करेंगे। अब क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट करेंगे तो कैसे होगा, डेल्टा आर इज इक्वल टू थीटा क्रॉस आर। अब ये पॉसिबल है कि हम देखेंगे। अगर ये तो क्लियर हो गया, स्केलर हो नहीं सकता और डॉट प्रोडक्ट हो नहीं सकता, इसका मतलब कि क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट ही होना पड़ेगा इसको। अगर क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट है तो क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट इज ऑलवेज अ वेक्टर। सो ये वेक्टर और ये लेफ्ट साइड में भी वेक्टर है, सो कहीं तो कोरिलेशन हम बना सकते हैं। राइट साइड में वेक्टर, लेफ्ट साइड में वेक्टर, दीज टू कैन बी इक्वल अंडर सर्टेन कंडीशंस। अब देखिए थीटा क्रॉस आर, अभी थीटा का डायरेक्शन क्या होना चाहिए कि आर के साथ क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट जो है डेल्टा आर के बराबर हो जाए। अब फिगर देखना पड़ेगा, ध्यान दो, क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट आपने पढ़ा नहीं है तो वो भी हम आपको समझा देते हैं कि सपोज सी इज इक्वल टू ए क्रॉस बी, राइट। सपोज दिस इज ए वेक्टर, this is b vector. So a cross b, from a to b if we are going like this, so right hand thumb rule we are using, right hand thumb rule। यहां पर ऐसे b ऐसे जा रहा है, ऐसा जा रहा है, a cross b, then thumb tells the direction of c, right। a to b we are going, a to b, finger is to be curved, finger ऐसे जाएगा, कहां से a से b तक जा रहा है, तो ये क्या बता रहा है, परपेंडिकुलर टू द बोर्ड आउटसाइड, राइट। ये है डायरेक्शन फाइंड आउट। इट इज यूनिवर्सल मेथड ऑफ फाइंड, बिकॉज ये कहां कहां यूज होता है, ये मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के केस में भी यूज होता है, राइट। करंट फ्लोइंग कंडक्टर इज दिस, डायरेक्शन ऑफ करंट इज दिस, देन हाउ टू फाइंड द डायरेक्शन ऑफ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड। तो राइट हैंड थंब रूल हम यूज करते हैं, दिस इज द यूनिवर्सल थिंग। सो इस कंसेप्ट को अपने को ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा, वी कैन नॉट डिनाई। सो यूनिवर्सल लॉ को अवॉइड भी करना चाहिए और हमारा कंक्लूजन भी आना चाहिए। सो सी दिस A क्रॉस B इज परपेंडिकुलर टू दिस, A क्रॉस B परपेंडिकुलर टू दिस। अब इसका डायरेक्शन क्या होना, सो दैट इट विल मैच विथ डेल्टा आर वेक्टर। सी थीटा क्रॉस आर, अगर हम थीटा आर की बात करते हैं तो यहां भी राइट हैंड थंब रूल लगना चाहिए, राइट। सो थीटा का डायरेक्शन क्या लें कि वो आर के डायरेक्शन से मैच करे। मीन्स यहां देखो सी इज डेल्टा आर, सी इज डेल्टा आर, मतलब ए इसको बोलेंगे, बी आर को बोलेंगे, इसका मूवमेंट का डायरेक्शन तो ये है। अब देखो अब हो गया थीटा, थीटा का डायरेक्शन है, आर का डायरेक्शन इधर है, आर ऐसा, थीटा टू आर, सो दिस इज डायरेक्शन ऑफ आर। तो डायरेक्शन ऑफ डेल्टा आर इज दिस ओनली, नो, थीटा इज दिस, आर इज दिस, this is direction of delta r, theta is this, r is this is direction of delta r. So in this case direction of theta will be perpendicular to this plane. So here this relation is valid, delta r vector is equal to theta vector cross r vector. This relation we got. Now this relation is under this condition that suppose for movement from A to B it takes time delta t. So this condition, this result prevails only when delta t approaches to 0 and theta approaches to 0 and correspondingly delta r approaches to 0. So this is the condition, right? Infinitesimally small angular displacement only, this relation is true. So it is approaching to 0, then we can say this implies delta t is equivalent to dt. It is very small quantity, then we, in such cases we write dt, dx, dy, it is very small. This implies theta is very small, means theta is equivalent to d theta and correspondingly delta r is equivalent to dr, right. So this equation I will write like, in place of dr we will write delta r, we will write dr. So therefore this can be written as dr vector is equal to d theta vector cross r. Why did I make this change? ये चेंज हमने किस लिए लिया? क्योंकि it is method of writing, it is customary, it is system of writing. So small, it is very small, then we write dr, d theta and r, it is not changing. So changes are there, d theta in theta the angular displacement, linear displacement as well as time, right. Now we will divide by this small quantity dt both the sides. Therefore we can write this is dr upon dt is equal to d theta cross r divided by dt. This can be written as dr by dt is equal to d theta vector upon dt cross r, because change is there with angular velocity. So here this is what? The rate of change of linear displacement, instantaneous. Instantaneous means at that particular moment. This is the rate of change of angular displacement with respect to time. So this can be written as v vector, and this is new term is there, it is called omega, right? This is called omega, and this is what? It is angular velocity. Of course, it is instantaneous. Instantaneous. instantaneous angular velocity, and this is instantaneous linear velocity, right? So what did we get? Relation between the linear velocity instantaneous and angular velocity instantaneous. In short, we can write relation between the angular velocity and linear velocity is vector v is equal to omega vector cross r vector. This is the important relation. Means here this velocity, linear velocity, is cross product of angular velocity and the radius vector in the circular motion. Now here what do you see? Omega. What is the direction of omega? Direction of omega is same as direction of theta. Means we can write the direction of omega vector, that is angular velocity vector, is same as that of theta, that is angular displacement, and this is angular velocity. Of course, it is instantaneous. Instantaneous angular velocity is called simply angular velocity. Instantaneous linear velocity is simply called linear velocity. So I will tell you the significance of this in a different way, right? Average linear velocity and average angular velocity, instantaneous linear velocity and instantaneous angular velocity. Then comes another type of thing, that is acceleration, that is angular acceleration and linear acceleration. To understand that, I will say, in case of linear velocity average, what we say, so average linear velocity v, and we write average, that is delta s upon delta t. For average we write change in displacement upon change in time, right? So if at t1 displacement is s1 and at t2 displacement is s2, then what is this v average? That is s2 minus s1 upon t2 minus t1. This is average velocity, right? That is linear. In the same way, for angular velocity, if you look at angular velocity average, here in the same fashion we will take angular displacement upon time, and when we talk about this in velocity instantaneous, and this gets converted into ds upon dt, right? And this gets converted into omega instantaneous is equal to d theta upon dt, and इसको simply हम क्या बोलते हैं? It is v. तो एवरेज को हम क्या बोलेंगे? चेंज इन एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट, दैट इज θ2 माइनस θ1 अपॉन d2 माइनस d1, and this is at particular instant, that is the velocity. So now I will talk about the acceleration. When the particle is moving in circular path, velocity is there, and since velocity is there and there is change in velocity every time direction is changing, and if there is change in angular velocity also, then there will be acceleration, and there will be two types of acceleration that we will discuss. See, we got the relation v is equal to omega cross r, where this is instantaneous angular velocity, this is instantaneous linear velocity. This vector is the radius vector, position of the object when it is moving along the circumference of the circle. Okay? This is the circular path, and this is a, this is r vector, right? And this will be v vector, right? And direction of omega is perpendicular to this. In fact, omega and r is making some angle, because magnitude of omega, magnitude of r into sine theta, there is some angle between omega and r. But if it is a UCM, uniform circular motion, I will write very important thing. In case of uniform circular motion, omega is perpendicular to r vector. It is very important, note it down. कि अगर हम UCM की बात करते हैं, what is UCM? In short, it is called UCM, that is uniform circular motion. You see, when it is moving along this circumference, so velocity direction is continuously. Here the direction is this, here the direction is this. This is V, this is suppose it is V1, V2, V3. Every time direction is changing, right? So there are two possibilities. The V1, V2, V3, V4, all those are suppose we consider magnitudes. Then magnitude is same. अगर हम मान लेते हैं मैग्नीट्यूड सेम है, लेकिन डायरेक्शन तो हमेशा चेंज होने वाला है. So even though magnitude is same, due to change in direction of velocity, there will be acceleration. क्योंकि वेक्टर चेंज हो रहा है, डायरेक्शन इज चेंजिंग, right? Velocity vector is changing position, means there is change in velocity either by magnitude or by direction. So acceleration has to be there in this object which is moving along the circumference. If there is change in magnitude of velocity also, there will be two types of acceleration, one due to magnitude, another due to direction. But in case of UCM, when the magnitude is constant, right? UCM means magnitude of velocity is constant. When magnitude of velocity is constant, in that case, this relation, because omega cross r means there has to be some angle between omega and r, that is, we write this magnitude of omega, magnitude of r, sine theta into unit vector along v. We write like this. So this theta angle between omega and r, some angle is there, and we talked that okay, angle of r and omega is always 90 degree. It is not possible, but it is possible when there is UCM, magnitude of velocity is constant. In that case, this theta is 90 degree, means angle between omega and r is 90 degree, means it will be perpendicular to r. This is the condition you should remember and you should know it. ठीक है? अच्छा, proceed करते हैं acceleration के लिए. Velocity is this, omega cross r. अगर इसको हम with respect to time differentiate करते हैं, the rate of change of velocity is acceleration, we know, right? What is acceleration? Rate of change of velocity. Differentiate करते हैं हम, तो हम क्या लिखेंगे? dv upon dt is equal to d dt. क्या करेंगे? ओमेगा क्रॉस r. अब इसको डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे दोनों साइड. dv upon dt, this is rate of change of velocity. So this is the acceleration a. Total acceleration, velocity change हो रहा है, कैसे हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, irrespective of that, total acceleration is a. Differentiate this. So method of product of two functions, how do we differentiate? Differentiation of this multiplied by this. हम रखें d omega upon dt cross r plus omega cross dr by dt. ऐसा हम करेंगे. एंड इसमें पोजीशन चेंज नहीं करेंगे. पोजीशन चेंज कर दिया तो डायरेक्शन रिवर्स हो जाएगा. सो पोजीशन विल बी एज इट इज. डिफरेंशिएशन वी विल टेक corresponding parameter we will take, right? This is omega is one function of time, r is another function of time, so we will simply differentiate it. What is this? Rate of change of angular velocity, and this is the rate of change of linear displacement. Rate of change of angular velocity, it is rate of change of linear displacement, dr. We have done in the previous cases. And v is equal to dr by dt. We know this. With that only we came up to this relation, right? Here you see, therefore, vector A is equal to, this is denoted by alpha. This is alpha. This is called angular acceleration plus omega cross, this is v. Simply dr by dt is v. Here alpha is called angular acceleration, right? So A is equal to alpha cross r plus omega cross v. This is very important relation, and with this I am going to deduce something. Here alpha is caused by change in angular velocity. And angular velocity is changing. So this acceleration we are getting, right? And this acceleration, sorry, omega cross v, this is another acceleration. UCM according to this, here mod of v1, right, is equal to mod of v2, mod of v3, right, mod of v4. All these velocities are constant, and we will say it is v. Means magnitude of velocity is constant in case of UCM. Here, this acceleration we will talk about. See, velocity v is equal to omega cross r. V is equal to omega cross r. And we know then when it is UCM, we will talk about UCM. Henceforth, I will be talking about UCM, right? In UCM, omega, as I told you, omega is perpendicular to r. This statement, omega is perpendicular to r in case of UCM. In that case, we will talk about the magnitude of this. So we will get magnitude v is equal to omega r. Right? In UCM, if omega is constant, if omega is constant means magnitude of angular velocity is constant, then this velocity will be constant in that case because r is constant. Radius of this, it is constant. If omega is also constant, then velocity will be constant. Right? So this is clear. So when magnitude of velocity is constant only if this omega is constant. Okay? In that case, angular acceleration will be 0. What is angular acceleration? Alpha. That is change in angular velocity. That is omega 2 minus omega 1 upon t2 minus t1. It is average one. So instantaneous alpha, instantaneous if you have to find, right? Of course, it is delta omega upon delta t. Instantaneous, it is d omega by dt. If omega is constant, means d omega by dt will be 0. So, or alpha is equal to d omega by dt. When omega is constant, then d omega by dt will be equal to 0. Therefore, alpha is equal to 0. Means UCM, omega is constant, then v is equal to constant. Means linear velocity will also be constant in that case, and motion will become UCM. And motion is UCM. In case of constant angular velocity, the motion of the circular along the circular path will become uniform circular motion. In that case, alpha will become 0, and therefore for UCM, acceleration will be omega cross V as alpha is equal to 0. So we are getting two accelerations. Net acceleration A has got two accelerations, alpha cross R and omega cross R. So we look at the direction of these two. So this is the circular path. This is the direction of V. This is the direction of R. And the direction of omega is, because it is UCM, I will be talking about uniform circular motion. So direction of omega will be perpendicular to R like this. So this is the direction of outside. So we will show it by dot. We write dot. Dot means it is outside. So here direction of omega is outside the board. Direction of omega and alpha is same. That is outside the plane of board. In this case, it is outside. Now we will talk about this acceleration and this acceleration, what will be the direction. So direction of alpha cross R is alpha cross R. See, this is the direction of alpha. So alpha cross R. Alpha is this. So by right hand thumb rule, alpha R this way, right? Alpha is in this direction and R is in this direction. So alpha cross R, and it means alpha cross direction is upward, means towards velocity, means along the tangent. So direction of this is along the tangent at A. Therefore, this acceleration is called tangential acceleration. Therefore, alpha cross R is tangential acceleration and denoted by AT. We write AT, right? AT vector. So alpha cross R is called the tangential acceleration and denoted by AT. It is the first part. Second part. Now again direction of omega cross V. The direction of omega cross V. We will look at this. What is the direction of this? That we have to see. See, omega outside. Omega is this. V is this. So omega is this in this direction. V is this. So we will write like this. We will make figure like this. Finger is curved like this. Omega cross V. It means direction of omega cross V is towards right. Means it will be directed towards center. So direction of is towards center of the circular path and is denoted by AR vector. So it is called radial vector, right? That is called radial vector. Called radial vector. So AR is directed towards this, the direction of AR, right? And the direction of AT. So tangential and radial vector is, this is the tangential vector, it is the radial vector. A is the vector sum of these two, means we can write, therefore vector A is equal to vector sum of AT plus AR. Vector sum of these two. That is, the net acceleration on the moving object is at plus ar. In fact, this relation is true for any kind of motion, but in UCM, this becomes 0. As I told you over here, in UCM, this becomes 0. This relation is true for all kinds of circular motion, where angular velocity is also changing, right? When angular velocity is not changing, means linear velocity is not changing. In that case, linear velocity means magnitude is not changing, direction is continuously changing. So due to direction, this is radial velocity will be getting. Due to magnitude, tangential acceleration will be getting. So in that case, what happens? Angular velocity is not changing. Change in angular velocity is 0. In that case, tangential acceleration will become 0 and we will get this thing. So net acceleration is known at plus ar. We have to find the magnitude and direction. Two vectors we are having. See, one vector is this, another vector is this. That is at in this direction and ar in this direction. We have to find it is perpendicular to each other. Then we have to find the resultant of these two, right? So we will make rectangle like this. So this is the direction of A. The magnitude of A is, so AR can be written over here. Therefore, A, the magnitude is magnitude of AT, right? AT square plus AR square. So magnitude of the net acceleration, the object moving circular motion, not in UCM. It is for, this relation is true for any kind of where angular velocity is also changing. So magnitude of the net acceleration A is this, and the direction, suppose this angle is alpha, then we can find tan alpha also, that is AR upon AT. If somebody asks what is the direction of net acceleration A when the object is moving the circular path, where direction is changing as well as magnitude is also changing, in that case net acceleration will be somewhere in this direction, right? And it will be making angle alpha, and tan alpha is equal to AR upon AT, and the magnitude is AT square plus AR square. Magnitude of AT and magnitude of AR. Clear? This much is clear. So we'll proceed further with some numerical problems. So I have written the summary, whatever we have studied, जो हमने पढ़ा है अभी. तो omega average is this. Omega instantaneous is equal to omega d theta by dt. V is equal to omega cross r in all the cases, and acceleration is equal to alpha cross r plus omega cross v, and alpha average is equal to delta omega upon delta t. Alpha instantaneous or simply alpha is equal to d omega by dt. For UCM में एक कंडीशन जो हमने आपको बताया था कि ओमेगा इज परपेंडिकुलर टू आर, v is equal to omega cross r. This implies magnitude is omega r sin theta, angle between these two, and theta is 90 degree, sin theta is 1. That is why magnitude is simply omega into r. Acceleration is omega into v, as alpha is 0. I have already told you in UCM omega is constant. That is why d omega by dt will become 0, and in that case this part of the acceleration will go, right? AT will go. We will get only AR. That will be omega into omega cross v. And since omega is perpendicular to r, means omega is perpendicular to v also, right? So here, because v is rate of change of r, it is perpendicular in the same plane. It is r and v both are in the same plane. Omega is perpendicular to v, will be there because it is perpendicular to r. So omega into v, magnitude if you are finding, then omega into v into sin 90, that is omega v, and in place of omega we can write v by r. So this is the radial acceleration. So in uniform circular motion, acceleration is always radial. It is not square, it is simply r, right? So acceleration is always radial and directed toward the center of the circle. So we could understand that velocity is this, acceleration is this for UCM, and we will be solving some problems on this later. Till then, all the best. Take care.